pretty much smells like caramelized apples with cinnamon and butter. I could bathe in this fragrance. Yes, the opening it's super catchy. If you love gourmand notes, it's creamy, it's sweet, it's vanillic, and it smells divine. It's so good. It's absolutely spectacular. Undescribable. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Giselle. I review fragrances. So welcome if you're new here, and welcome back if you're one of my loyal returning subscribers. Guys, today's video, which will be the last for the year, is about perfumes that I consider my best discoveries of the year, the best perfumes of 2024. So of course I wanted to share them with you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if that's the case, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell button so you won't miss my upcoming videos. And without further ado, let's dive in. This is in no particular order, but we have to start from one, right? So the first fragrance I have on my list today is Elysium Parfum by Roja. The bottle alone, guys, it's a work of art. It's so beautiful. And we have a fruity floral here. This perfume has three very distinctive phases, which are a fruity opening, a floral core, and a woody musky dry down. And I love this about this fragrance because you can really identify and enjoy each different phase for what it is. The opening is very bright, very invigorating, so beautiful. I could bathe in this fragrance. If I hadn't reached more for this fragrance, it's just because I want to save it because it's so beautiful. I swear I can empty this bottle in a very short period of time. So yeah, I've been trying to control myself, but it's a very beautiful fragrance and all year round. Of course, it's perfect for spring and summer, but this fragrance is great for all year round. In fact, last week I wore this fragrance a couple nights and it smelled divine. I really wanted to test it under colder weather, right? Because I received this fragrance from Roja in the summer and I wanted to test it under colder weather. So I tried it and tested it and I truly enjoy it because it becomes crispier, a tad bit less sweet, but as I was saying, crispy, brighter, and the floral aspect of it is not so dominant. So if you're not very much into florals, I think this fragrance is still worth exploring because the floral aspect of it in the winter, it's toned down. Beautiful scent. The base is slightly musky, vanillic. It's very beautiful. And again, even if you're not into florals, I highly encourage you to try this perfume because oftentimes when people say they don't like florals, what they have in mind or what they have experienced is the typical indolic, heady, even headache-inducing type of white florals, especially white florals, right? Yellow florals too, but it's typical from white florals like orange blossom, gardenia, tuberose, jasmine to be pretty heady and indolic, as I was saying. Very creamy, very narcotic, but for some people that is a turn off, and that's why many people say they don't like florals, right? Also, when some florals are a little bit vintage smelling or vintage leaning. So those are the type of florals people usually have in mind. And they say, no, I don't like florals. This is a fruity floral. It's absolutely exquisite. And I highly encourage you to try it. It's beautiful. I can't rave enough about it. And it made it to this list for a good reason. Elysium Parfum by Roja. The second fragrance I have on my list today is 𝙃𝙖 by Zora Dora. Now, when they launched this fragrance, and you probably know, if you are into fragrances and you follow other YouTube channels, you know this fragrance got a lot of hype, especially in the last year or so. And I didn't jump into this fragrance right away, despite all the hype, because usually this is not my type of scent profile. As I always say, I do like gourmands a lot, and I enjoy my gourmand notes. However, I'm not very much into edible gourmands, although I have quite a few that I love, including 𝙃𝙖, right? Now, one day I said, okay, I want to know what is this about. I bought a sample, I bought a decant, and I was blown away. I bought a second decant. I was even more blown away, and I thought, okay, I had to buy it. And I got it, and I love it. I haven't reached for it too often because I think I bought it after the winter, and to me this is a cold weather type of scent, and I would wear this fragrance in the summer or even in warm weather because it's extremely sweet. It can be obnoxious. However, in colder weather, oh my god, this is the most exquisite gourmand I've ever tried, together with Italica. In fact, I find them pretty similar on my skin. Jenny pretty much smells like caramelized apples with cinnamon and butter. I bake the 𝙃𝙢𝙢 very often at home. I love it. It's one of my family favorites. And this fragrance reminds me of the scent when I'm caramelizing the apple wedges with butter and sugar. It's very photorealistic. So if you're into edible gourmands, this is a must try. And even if you're not into edible gourmands like yours truly, I still believe this is something you should try because it's something different. Yes, it's edible. Yes, it's very sweet, but I don't think Ďaně is one more of the same thing. It's not like many gourmand fragrances we have out there that to me are wash, rinse, and repeat of other fragrances. This is different. Yes, it's very gourmand, as I was saying. It does cross the line into the bakery or pastry territory, a line that I usually don't cross because, as I said, I typically don't buy this type of gourmand fragrances. However, again, beautiful, beautiful fragrance, especially at this time of year. It smells like dessert. Yes, it smells like caramelized apples, but it's beautiful, and I highly encourage you to try it. Great for colder weather, and the colder, the better. The next one on my list is 𝙃𝙗𝙥𝙗 by 𝙃𝙗𝙢. This is a rose leather fragrance. It's absolutely, absolutely spectacular. It's a stunner. This fragrance is a stunner. I love both the original Monkey Special and this one. However, I think this one is even more special. Yes, we do have the rose leather combination, which is typical in perfumery, just like rose and oud, rose and patchouli, rose and amber. But in this particular case, I can tell you that this is not your typical rose leather scent. It's different, and it completely detaches from the original Monkey Special. So if you don't like Monkey Special, you should definitely try this one, and vice versa. Even if you don't like this one, you should try the original because they're completely, completely different fragrances. I would love to try it on my skin. Undescribable. It's a unisex fragrance. It's so good. It's so good, you guys. I can't even begin to tell you how gorgeous this fragrance is. Yes, we do have a rose wood combo here, which is typical in perfumery. Rose, it's a very versatile note, and it's very common to find it combined with leather, but also with oud, with woodsy notes like sandalwood, cedar. But it's not your typical overdone rosewood combo. This is different. It's really beautiful. This is a very elegant and sophisticated fragrance, but it's very edgy. This is a perfect match for a black on black outfit. It's very deep, perfect for a night out. Very mysterious, dark, complex, sexy fragrance. Definitely a nighttime scent, and particularly beautiful in colder weather. So this has been a hit for me. Every time I wear this fragrance, I get tons and tons of compliments from my family and also from strangers. Everybody seems to like how it smells on me, and I do too. I absolutely love this fragrance, and I'll keep on buying this on repeat for as long as 𝙃𝙗𝙥 makes it. So yes, 𝙃𝙗𝙥𝙗 made it to this list for a good reason. Moving on, the next fragrance on my list is Golden Serenade by Jazzbox. I did a more in-depth review of this fragrance in another video. I will link it up here. And yes, this perfume truly blew me away since day one. It's such a beautiful scent. Let me spray this in here. Gorgeous. Wow. What an elegant fragrance. This is the type of scent that will announce your presence before you even enter the room. If you want to be smelled before you enter the room, this is the fragrance for you. This is also very edgy, very deep, very dark, very mysterious, super sensual, very voluptuous. It's just magnetic. This to me is a femme fatale type of scent. It's very incensey. It opens with a very strong oud note, and then it transitions into a core of patchouli and incense. Those two are the most prominent notes. I would say that incense is more prominent than patchouli, at least today this is what I'm picking. One thing you will notice in fragrances is that some days you will pick certain notes or accords, while other days you will pick different things. That's not uncommon. And today I'm picking a lot of the incense. Usually I don't pick so much incense. Today I do, but that's exactly what makes this fragrance very deep and very mysterious. Now the incense here, it's not a smoky accord. Some people confuse smoky notes with incense. It's different. Incense has a completely different scent. Smoky notes are closer to tobacco or burnt wood, for example. While incense is more, I would say, spicier. I don't know if that's the right word to describe it, but I hope you get my point. It's incensey, but not smoky in the literal way. I love the dry down because it's sweeter, it's very resinous, it's softer than the opening, definitely softer. It's vanillic and it's also very woody. I'm going to repeat myself and I'm going to say the same I said when I reviewed this fragrance in my previous video. And it's that this is the type of scent that I would wear on special occasions, whatever that means to you. But yeah, this is a special occasions type of scent. It will make you feel super sexy, a true femme fatale in red carpet ready. Super duper long lasting. It lasts anywhere between 10 and 12 hours on my skin, if not more. Really, really great fragrance for cold weather, as I was saying. Golden Serenade by Jasbox. So the next fragrance that made it to this list of best perfumes of 2024 is Eau d'Audacity by Penhaligon's. I also reviewed this fragrance before. It's so good. This perfume, guys, is so similar to Baby Cat. And I keep on bringing that up because I know that Baby Cat has been so elusive. It's so hard to find here in the US. In fact, they never launched the fragrance here in America. So if you are interested in getting Baby Cat, and unfortunately you can find it or the prices are ridiculous, I highly encourage you to try Eau d'Audacity. Now, if you are in Europe, Eau d'Audacity is more expensive than Baby Cat. I think Baby Cat is about 195 euros for the smaller size. Well, this one, I don't remember if this is the same size or not, but roughly smaller size of Baby Cat is 195 euros. Well, this one, there's only one size for Eau d'Audacity, but for this one, I paid over 200 euros. So if you live in Europe, I think Baby Cat is a better option. You definitely don't need both. Sometimes there are subtle differences that still justify having both fragrances, like eau de parfum and extrait versions, for example, or similar fragrances, right? In this case, although there are very subtle differences, the similarities are so strong that to me, it doesn't justify having both. But, you know, I wanted to let you know that if you live in Europe, I think Baby Cat would be a better option. Price-wise, well, if you live here in America and you can't find Baby Cat, Eau d'Audacity will do the job equally good or even better. Personally, I prefer Eau d'Audacity. I think Eau d'Audacity is a little bit more feminine than Baby Cat. Both are unisex, both have vanilla, and both are leather fragrances. However, I think the leather is more prominent in Baby Cat than in Eau d'Audacity. I love it. It's also very similar to Baby Cat in terms of performance. Both last anywhere between 10 and 12 hours, at least on my skin and on the blotters that I've tried the fragrances for the first time. It's so good. Eau d'Audacity, it's spicy. I think it's spicier than Baby Cat. Baby Cat is creamier and it has a stronger leather note, while here I pick a little bit more of the incense, but I find Eau d'Audacity more intoxicating, more resinous. It's more enveloping, it's warmer. I find this one more sensual. It's very beautiful. Honestly, I prefer this over Baby Cat. And I have both, but I prefer this one over Baby Cat. It's a classy fragrance. It's a very elegant scent. It also has an edgy aspect to it. I'm really compelled to edgy fragrances because I always think that they add je ne sais quoi to the wearer. See, fragrances can be so evocative, guys. The moment I pull the lid off, oh gosh, Eau d'Audacity reminds me a lot. When I was a kid, my mom used to take me to a tea room and we would have high tea every now and then. And this tea room was very classy. It was a very traditional, classic Belle Epoque type of tea room. And all the interior was decorated with burgundy and dark wood. And for whatever reason, this fragrance reminds me of that place. It reminds me a lot of the smell of that tea room. Gosh, yeah, fragrances do have that power. Great fragrance, excellent for cold weather, and yeah, it made it to my list of my top discoveries of 2024. The next one on this list today is Cherry and Heaven by EBK Paris. I did a dedicated video just reviewing this fragrance. In case you want to check it out, it's linked here. And guys, let me tell you, this is one of the most gorgeous cherry fragrances you can find out there. This is, as I said in my previous video, this is what I would call a grown-up gourmand fragrance. Yes, it is a gourmand scent, 100%, but for the most part, that gourmand aspect is in the opening. Then the fragrance transitions into a floral core, but it settles down into a very creamy, woody, deep, complex type of scent. Very rich, very intoxicating, full body type of scent. It's absolutely stunning. So good, you guys. So beautiful, so beautiful. Yes, the opening it's super catchy. If you love gourmand notes, it's creamy, it's sweet, it's vanillic. There is a little bit of a sourness in the opening, but it's also sweet. Now, as I said, once the fragrance transitions, you won't get a lot of that gourmand aspect, but you will get something even better, because it's when the fragrance settles down into what I just described as something full-bodied, very complex, very deep, very intoxicating. And that's basically what you will keep smelling for the rest of the lifetime of the fragrance. To me, Cherry and Heaven is a masterpiece. It's the cherry fragrance of the year. It's a head turner, compliment getter. It's a perfect fragrance for a night out. It's a great perfume for cold weather. And the last fragrance for today, guys, is Framenty by Bois 1920. This perfume is gorgeous. Seriously, so gorgeous. It reminds me a lot of Dylan Exclusive, yes. And I've also seen tons of comments from people saying that it's a clone and it's the same fragrance. And no, it's not. It's not. You can have both Dylan Exclusive and Framenty, and it wouldn't even be redundant. They are different fragrances. I know where the comparison comes from because I do find them similar too, but they are completely different. Framenty definitely stands on its own. But yes, it does have Delina Exclusive vibes. It's also very feminine, although I think Delina Exclusive, it's more bubblegummy, it's more girly, it's more flirty. But this one is similar. It has similar vibes and even similar scent, but it's a different fragrance. Very nice. Super feminine. Very sophisticated. It smells very rich, very luxurious. I think it smells even more luxurious than the Lynn Exclusive. The Lynn Exclusive, it's probably more girly and more flirty, as I was saying, but this one smells even more luxurious. The opening is very bright, also slightly tart, and this is probably because it has rubber. Slightly green as well. It has blackcurrant, and blackcurrant can take different directions. It can be very fruity and juicy, but it can also be green and clean. I think this is the type of direction that blackcurrant has here. Blackcurrant is also known as cassis in French. But yeah, every time you see cassis, you know it's blackcurrant, what they are talking about. And as I said, blackcurrant can take different directions, and here is pretty green, clean, and bright. This perfume has a floral core of magnolia and rose as the most prominent notes. I love those notes, especially magnolia. It's one of my favorite white florals because it's clean, it's bright, but it's not indelic, it's not heady, and it's not narcotic. So magnolia provides that floral aspect, which gives a lot of femininity to fragrances without being headache-inducing or too heady. And the dry down, guys, it's spectacular. We have benzoin here, which adds sweetness. It's vanillic, it's musky, it's very feminine as well, but it takes a different direction. In the dry down, the fragrance smells slightly different. I think Framenty is a very complex perfume in the best possible way, and I love the complexity in this fragrance. It smells very expensive, as I was saying. It's very long lasting. I get around 10 hours on my skin. Perfect for nights out, perfect for date nights, perfect for all year round. It's a great fragrance. I can't get enough. I love the bottle as well. Look at the bottle. It's so beautiful. Really pretty, and it made it to my list of top discoveries of 2024 for a good reason. Guys, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed my video about my top perfumes of 2024, my top discoveries of the year. And this is going to be my last video of 2024. So I wish you a very happy holiday season. I will see you next year. I wish you the absolute best. Lots of health, lots of love. See you next time. Bye-bye.